Every year, thousands of pilgrims undertake this journey to the Basilica of Born Jesus. This is their story.
Hello everyone, I'm Brother Arun Sebastian, a novice for the Society of Jesus for the province of Bombay. So I'm here to share before you a brief account of my recent experiment as part of our novitiate, which is called as a begging pilgrimage experiment. When I look back, I remember the day of departure. The day before the departure, where I was quite anxious, I was frightened. I couldn't even sleep at night because two questions bothered me. One was, will I be able to make this journey? Because it covered a distance of 120 kilometers. Because I had a past experience where I couldn't even able to cover 40 kilometers. So the second question was, will I collapse on my journey towards the destination, which is Bom Jesu at Old Goa? With these two questions, I was very much worried and I was growing anxious. But despite these two questions, there was a strong feeling within me that I should make this, I should move ahead with this experiment, that I should not quit, that I should challenge myself, I should test my limits, I should persevere. So this strong feeling gave a sense of courage beyond these fears, and I decided to move ahead with this experiment. So as I look back, right now when I'm sharing this experience before you, I'm filled with a lot of joy and gratitude. Right now I'm standing before you making this experiment successfully, faithfully. I'm grateful to God for helping me to reach here safe and sound and healthy. Few takeaways which I would like to share with you from my experience of these 3 days of walking from Desur at Belgaum to Bom Jesu at Old Goa, which covers a distance of 120 kilometers with no phone, with no money, with very minimum facilities and gadgets with us. So 4 things that I would like to share with you from my experience of these 3 days of journey. One would be, it was a time of self-realization. It was then I realized that I am more, that I am capable, that I am much more than that I thought about myself. Because before the journey, I underestimated myself that whether I even able to walk this 120 kilometers. It's not just 120 kilometers. You will have to pass through various weather conditions. Right from basically, I had to walk the whole day, basically 12 to 15 hours. So it took a lot of physical, emotional and mental energies of mine to make up this journey. And it also showed me that I am adaptable, I'm flexible, I'm courageous, I'm confident to make through this journey with no any assistance or help on my own, depending fully on God, depending on others. So it was quite an incredible learning for me about myself. The second would be experiencing the divine grace and the providence of the Lord. One thing that I strongly believe, that the energy or the strength that kept me mentally and emotionally strong and alive would be the prayer. Basically, me and my partner, we go 2 by 2. We're praying a 1 full rosary during our journey each day. So I believe that rosary and prayers strengthen me to move ahead despite all the physical pain and hardships that I suffered while walking. And also, we used to sing praises, we used to sing songs, we used to praise in between. So even though it was quite challenging during the walk, because while we go through intense pain, we even find it difficult to pray. But still, amidst these pain, I took opportunity to pray, and that kept me moving. That gave me the strength to move ahead. Another was experiencing the divine providence of the Lord. Basically, we were left with no money, we had no food, we had only bare minimum facilities or gadgets with us. But when I look back the 3 days, I could see how the Lord provided me for my basic needs. We were given food, we were given accommodation, we could experience, the hospitality, the love, care, and compassion of the people. So the Lord provides. He will never leave us alone. If we make a journey for Him, definitely I can tell you from my experience that He will take charge of the situation. To speak of the third one, which was a learning about others, experiencing the world at large. Basically, during my journey, I could see and experience the generosity, love, care, and compassion of the people, which I did not really expect that people would be so generous enough to lend food towards us, take care of us, express their love and concern for us. But at the same time, I also experienced neglect, rejection, which I found a little bit difficult, because when we approach certain houses or shops with immense pain, we would be very tired and we'll just explain them our situation. People would literally deny or ignore us. So it's not that pleasant experience to go through. Another was, some people were suspicious and other people were amazed. There was a sense of wonder and amazement with them. Some people were quite, what is this guy doing? Why they are doing? What is motivating them to do this? At the same time, there were people who looked us with respect, a lot of reverence, that these youngsters walking this distance of 120 kilometers walking at this age, that left them with a lot of amazement, wonder, and kind of a deep reverence towards us. So these were certain responses of the people which I experienced. The perceptions of the world towards the young pilgrims or the youngsters when they make this intense pilgrimage of 120 kilometers with no phone, no food, no money. Moving to the last, it was an opportunity for me to humble myself. Basically, during these 3 days of journey, I had to depend on others for my basic needs, especially food, water, and accommodation. And also, we learned to ask. Basically, we are all brought up with all the facilities, all the help, all the necessary requirements. But I was put in a situations where I had to ask for my needs. So which was not so easy at the initial stage, but I gradually gained the confidence to ask, and I felt so much at ease to accept that I am in need. I need help. I need assistance. So which helped me to accept and humble myself and express my need, express what I want to others. So another would be to go through that feeling of helplessness, that when we are left with nothing, we don't know what to do, we don't have money. Sometimes we will be in the middle of a forest, the only option would be to walk. So we cannot even ask for a lift, we cannot receive money, we can't hire a vehicle. So that experience of helplessness made me think about the people who really go through these struggles, which was quite a good learning for me. Another was to live with the minimum, to live a simple life. I learned that I'm able to live with minimum. It's not that I need these stuffs to sleep, to accommodate myself. Nothing. Basically, when I looked at 3 days, I slept before a shop, I slept before a hall, I slept before a mandir. Basically, there were no roof at the top. So such experiences filled me with a lot of confidence such a way that, yeah, I'm able to live with minimum facilities. I mean, if the situations demand so. So, looking back, two things that I would highlight. One would be this experience filled me or instilled me with a sense of faith, hope, and courage about the future, about myself, that I am something more than what I thought of myself. I underestimate myself. And the second would be that with God, all things are possible, even the things which we seem to be impossible. Because as I already shared, for me, covering 120 kilometers from Desu to Old Goa, which I seemed to be impossible task for me. But see, right now I'm standing before you sharing, fully healthy. I think it was God's grace. It was because I did it for God. I did it for the sake of Christ, that I could reach here safe and sound and healthy. And I could find a sense of purpose and meaning while making this experiment. So I strongly believe that if we are to depend on God, if we are to rely on God for anything that we do, which we might seem it to be impossible, would be possible. Thank you.